Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Leela. Good morning, everyone.
Sir, I have completed the task, sir, which you have, assigned the 3 tasks I have completed.
Have you got the card?
No, sir, actually, I got a help from Shivraman because he having an account. So I got an username and password from Shivraman and created. So just now before, 30 minutes back.
All right, good. We'll check now. We'll check in the class.
Okay, sir.
All right. Uh, good morning, everyone. So, did you guys
Good morning.
try? Yeah, good morning. Yesterday's uh, what we discussed, auto scaling, right? Did you guys try to launch auto scaling? Yeah. Was it good? All good.
I just tried before the class starts. So it was running.
Mm-hmm.
The other was terminated, and then again there's the one
Mm-hmm.
that was minimum I set, and it stopped initializing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. If you know this much, like how to launch auto scaling, how to give this thing, same way in real time, while building an architecture, right? Whenever the user comes, you guys can clearly guide them, or easily you can go and implement. And that's it. For auto scaling, either you need to attach load balancer or without load balancer. What we have done is without load balancer. That's it. All right. So, mm, yes, Leela, you are trying, you are telling something that you
Yes,
have tried.
yes, sir. Actually, I just want to share my screen.
Okay.
Post disabled participant screen sharing, sir. Could you please allow?
1 second. Yeah, you can try it.
Okay, sir. I hope you can able to see my screen, sir, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, actually, based on your guidance, I have created first Travelex image, then Travelex instance. So I have created
Mm,
an instance called Travelex by using an Ubuntu, I mean operating system, and allowed SSH
mm,
port number 22. So once I created
mm,
the instance, the first instance, second I have created by using that instance, I captured the image.
mm.
So once I captured that image after completion, I just created a template by using that this image.
Show me the template.
Yes, sir. Please. By using this template, sir. I have used that golden EMI
Okay.
as an
Show me the
image.
detail. So in this template, you don't have anything, no instance type, no zone, no security group, nothing. Only AMI is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. But in
Okay.
my base image, I have, allowed SSH port. No security group I didn't create it. Only the
Mm.
port is allowed. I mean, I downloaded the key path
Oh,
and
okay.
allowed.
Oh. So from that instance, you have created AMI.
Yes, sir. Very good. Yeah.
So from that AMI, you have created template.
Yes, sir. Correct, correct.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Okay.
And
Go on.
later, by
Mm.
using this template, I have created, 5 instances for my, ELB,
Mm-hmm.
target groups. So I
Mm-hmm.
have created load balancers. I
Mm.
just wants to application load balancer.
Okay.
So yeah, in that application load balancer, I have created a target group for those 5 instances.
1 second. Come down. Okay. Show me the target group. Travel XTG. Yeah. You have not registered, no?
Just a second.
You have simply you have just
No,
basket. You
sir.
have not
Actually,
added anything.
yeah. I have already added the 5 instances, sir. But
Mm-hmm.
before sharing my screen, I just renamed as Web 1, Web 2, Web 3. So it might be
Mm-hmm.
causing an issue, unregistering. I just renamed the
Mm-hmm.
instances. I thought,
Mm-hmm.
am I right, sir?
No, no, it's not a problem.
Oh,
Just add it.
okay.
Okay, come down and include as pending below. Yeah. Okay, now you register. Now you have instances in target groups. Now any request comes to the load balancer, right?
Sir, let
It
me.
will send to the EC2 instance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, auto scaling, did you try?
No, sir, I didn't try it. I only tried. Now today I will complete the auto scaling, sir. After this
Mm.
class, I'll let you know, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, fine, good. Okay, good, Leela.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay, yes. You can stop sharing your screen.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, others, you guys are able to do this? Screen, Leela, you can go and stop sharing. There's option.
They already, stop, pause the share, sir.
No, not pause. Stop. It's there. No, red color.
Okay, sorry. Sir,
Yeah.
shall I terminate the instance or?
Yeah. Please clean up everything. You
Okay.
clean up. All load balancer easy to everything. You clean up.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Mumtaz, Gaurav, did you guys try?
Hi sir, I'm just checking the video, and when I have completed the 6 video, then I will just install the AWS.
Mhm.
Then I will check it.
Okay. Okay. Mumtaz, you're getting it right.
हाँ
It,
सर
huh?
मैं भी
No.
वीडियो देखने के बाद करती सर
Okay. Try to do it जल्दी से कर दो.
हाँ ठीक है
क्योंकि
ठीक
जैसा जैसा टॉपिक्स बढ़ेगा वैसा ही आपको मुश्किल हो जाएगा इसलिए.
ओके सर
All right. Okay. So now we're gonna do the recap. Okay. So let me share my screen.
Adil sir,
Uh-huh.
I have just active from the next week because there are lots of migration in my company, and I have not like checked anything in the AWS.
Hmm.
So what can I do? I just active from the next week from the Monday, and I will check all the video. I have got the video yesterday, actually full video of the recorded.
Hmm.
So I have just check it, and I just
Ah.
active by the Monday for AWS as well.
Yeah. Good. That's
Yeah,
good. Okay. You just watch it in the weekend.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, you watch it. It will take only 15. See now, Leela, how much time you took to create all this? Leela, are you there?
He has taken only 10 to 15 minutes, sir.
Yeah. So it will take hardly
Maximum, yes.
15 minutes only, Gaurav. You can do it. Not a problem.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right. Only for your good only I'm saying, because once you get to know the services, later on you guys can play with it in the future.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So yesterday we started with load balancer. No. Yesterday we had already completed load balancer, right? We had halfway completed. So you guys
You had
knew.
a dynamic something, you have said that
No.
you can.
Yesterday I have started from application load balancer and okay, let me go through. Yeah, we talked about microservice architecture, right? What is the difference between monolithic architecture and microservice? Monolithic architecture and microservice.
Monolithic, I think, runs in just one code under
Yeah.
one application.
Yeah.
And microservices, you just break that application into different parts. Subparts.
Yeah. So monolithic is a legacy way and it runs off a single code. So if anything happens in that code, our entire application will go down. While in other side, microservice is each services as cut into part. Okay. So each services, okay, each entire our web application, web page is divided, okay, into multiple parts, so that if anything goes down also, our application will be up and running. That's the major difference. This they will ask guys, remember this, okay, monolithic and microservice architecture, because all the DevOps, right? So they are following this microservices only. Right, so we have discussed this and oh yeah, what is the so if I want to give give knowledge to my load balancer, right? if I want to say to my load balancer that this particular type of request, send it to particular target group. If the request coming from mobiles, send it to mobile target group. If the request coming from clothes, send it to target group. How can I do it?
We can set conditions.
Yes, correct. So we can do it through rule condition types. Right. So we can do it rule condition type. So what are the different rule condition types, guys?
I think first one was host header, path, and query, source IP.
Yeah. So we have different rule condition types. So these are that. Okay. Host header, path, HTTP header, HTTP request method, query string, and source IP. Okay. So using these conditions, we can divert the traffic from to particular target group. This is very important. All right. So this you might you will get it in exam. For sure you will get it in exam. They will cross check with this. In question they will say we will be sending the target from HTTP request method. What will you do in load balancer? They'll give you 3 wrong option and 1 correct option. That would be this. All right. So yeah. So this is the architecture how it looks, guys. If you see here, load balancer, and you will be having a listeners. So each listeners will be having the rule or conditions, right? So based on that condition, it will send to the target group. Can you guys see it here? This is how the architecture works of load balancer. All right. So then comes our auto scaling. Why did we? What is the need of auto scaling?
Whenever we have required a number of traffic, it will be better we can use for auto scaling to increase to balance the load.
To balance
Auto
the
scaling,
load.
I think, to increase the number of instances accordingly in queue.
So yeah,
You can set that limit.
your answers are
in-
correct, but if you want to tell it in interview or somewhere, you have to say auto scaling are used to scale in and scale out. Okay, to scale in and scale out the instance based on the traffic requirements, based on the request coming. Right, that's why we used auto scaling. But please remember here, okay, here scale in. Just a second. Scale in means if they say scale in means you are downgrading the EC2, means you are removing the EC2. If you have 5 instance running, okay, 5 instance running, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Scale in means it will reduce to. Okay, scale out means it increase. Remember, it is a bit ulta reversed here. Okay, scale in means it is decreasing. Scale out means it is increasing. Clear, guys? So we use auto scaling to scale in and scale out. All right. So apart from that, what did we discuss in auto scaling? Yeah, I've shown you how to launch. I've shown you how to launch EC2s in auto scaling. What do you mean by minimum, maximum, and desired? What is the difference between minimum and desired?
I think desired in your average workload,
Hmm.
minimum that you set so that this has to be up and running.
Yes,
Then
correct,
always
correct. So
maximum, I think, for the
yeah, minimum we use regardless of your workload, where no matter how your workload, whether it is in peak, whether it is in very low, whether it is an average, you always want minimum. Okay, right? This is desired. Desired means based on your current workload, whether it is an average, if okay, it's in between, then it will maintain desired. All right, this is the main difference between minimum and desired. Maximum, you guys know it. When do we use maximum? All right. So using this, we have created auto scaling, right? We have created EC2s, and you guys saw even if you delete, auto scaling will automatically maintain. So how do auto scaling will launch this EC2? Using what?
Based on some conditions, CPU utilization.
No. That is
Metric.
monitoring. I asked how this auto scaling will, I mean, who will give this information to auto scaling to launch this particular type EC2, particular network? From where this auto scaling will get information?
Health check, sir.
No.
Health.
You guys are not understanding question. Now, auto scaling will launch if you guys terminate the instance, you saw, right? It is again creating. So it is again creating, right? How and what kind of EC2s auto scaling is creating? It is creating some EC2s, right? Even if you terminate, this EC2s again out.
Based on template it will create.
Yeah, correct. Okay, it will create based on the launch template we give. That's why launch templates are very important for auto scaling. Please remember, guys, whatever you give information on launch template, same EC2s will be created. Clear? What is the important thing in load balancers? Two important thing. While
Application and network load balancing.
No. While creating load balancer, two important thing you need to give, no?
Listener and target group.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Please remember those things. In load balancer, listeners and target groups. And when it comes to the auto scaling, launch template. Right? All right. So now I'll show you the architecture, how it looks. Did you guys receive the notes of EC2 slides yesterday or today?
Yes.
No, we didn't.
I think few have them. I already shared yesterday. Please check with organizer.
Okay, sir.
I have it in my drive. They shared it.
All right. Yeah, all right. So follow that if you're preparing for the exam or if you're going for interview for anything, it is useful for both, right? Right. This question, one question they will ask, guys. What is that question means? What is the main difference between load balancer and auto scaling? Huh? What is the main difference between load balancer and auto scaling?
In load balancer, we can able to distribute the loads to load balancer. But in case of if we have only two instances means if any one of instance goes in fail means we can able to run with only one instance. But in case of auto scaling, if we are facing any existing instances, it will create minimum instances based on our minimum requirement. That means minimum number of instances.
Yeah. So
Sir, one more thing. Yeah, reduction here. Actually, the auto scaling concept came, after the, load balancer concept. Why? Because, for example, I'm having a 10 instances which belongs to participating on load balancer means. So the load balancer only will distribute the traffic to the instances. But, if the request is we are getting numerous requests on a particular time, we cannot, after some time, the load balancer also there may be a chance to get confused. Why? Because I having a limited instance. So, if the load goes beyond the load of the actual servers, the order of the instances I'm having behind the load balancer. So, at the end of the day, the server we are facing a slowness issue and latency issues. So that is the reason auto scaling came into picture. to efficiently manage the load. I mean, manage the
Scale
load
in to
performance.
scale in to scale out.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, whatever you both said is correct. So main important thing, what you guys need to say in the interview, what is the major difference between load balancer and auto scaling is. So load balancer will only check health of EC2 instance. Okay. Suppose it will check EC2. If this EC2 is not working, right? If this EC2 shows unhealthy, if it's not working, it will not send traffic to this. It will go and send to another, whichever is healthy. That's it. But your auto scaling is not like that. He's like a supervisor. He's like a fixer. So he will come, he'll check the EC2 is healthy or not. His main work is to that. Okay. So since we have told him he have to maintain minimum, right? Minimum 5, minimum 3, he will check if any EC2 is not working, what a auto scaling will do. Oh shit, I have got the instruction to maintain 3 minimum. So I need to remove this. So this, it will remove, auto scaling will remove and it will launch new one. Okay, this is the major difference, guys. Difference between load balancer and auto scaling. Load balancer, he will only check. He's like a manager. Okay, he will only check. Okay, if it's working, fine, I'll send. If it's not working, so whoever is present, I'll send it to them. Auto scaling is not like that. He will supervise everything. Whatever instruction he gives, he wants to maintain it. So since you have given minimum 3, so minimum 3 should be up and running no matter what. If any one or two is not unhealthy, right? If it's unhealthy, immediately it will terminate and it will launch automatically. You saw it, right, yesterday? Or even if I terminate, it is launching. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, remember this question. Definitely they'll ask. Okay, for sure they're gonna ask if you're preparing for the interview. Not for the interview, even if you're working, you should be knowing it, right? So if you're launching, if your EC2 is unhealthy, you should be knowing this. All right.
Can we also say in a simple word that load balancer is just to shift the traffic, and auto scaling just create according to the instruction?
Load balancer will only check the health of EC2 instance.
Yeah.
Auto scaling will replace the unhealthy instance. That's it. All right. So this is one of the important point. Then, as I told you, we're gonna go deep dive in the auto scaling. If you guys have understood till now, okay, these are the important topic. Now I'm gonna talk. Right. Okay, so if you come to this auto scaling, now let's say I want to create auto scaling. Just give something. Yeah. So after I give a desired minimum and maximum, then we have a target tracking scaling policy, right? And we have dynamic as well. So here you can give, they have only target tracking. Okay, what is this? Why they have given? I have shown you, I've told you, right? So what is target tracking? So you should tell auto scaling to track something, right? It should have some threshold, okay, to maintain this, or to maintain your minimum, maximum, desired, when it should maintain. It should have some threshold value. So you are telling, okay, you are giving some metric and you are telling. So we are telling auto scaling, monitor the CPU utilization. If it's more than 50, right? If it's more than 50% of CPU, then you should go for maximum. Okay, if it's less than 50, you should always have minimum, right? This is something like that. Either you can give average CPU utilization, okay, network bytes, okay, or you can give load balancer request count. You can give anything. This is one of the one. Okay. So once you create auto scaling, okay, this is just a demo. Simply I'm creating, guys. I'm not configuring anything. Right. So here, once you create auto scaling, in that auto scaling, you have something called automatic scaling. Okay. So here you have dynamic scaling policies. So what are this, right? What are the different policies we have? So that we'll look into it now, right? So here what they're saying is ASG can be used in many ways. Okay, so ASG use cases like you can use for like constant load. If you want to maintain this just a constant load, you can use this, right? And if you want to complete, like you want to control over scaling, you can use this scaling manually, right? Or else if you want, I told you, right, batch jobs. If you have something like updating or migrating from on-prem to your cloud, there will be huge datas will be migrating, batch programs will be there, right? For those kind of, you can schedule a date and time for scale up and scale down, right? Those kind of scaling also you can do. And then comes scale based on demand, right? That is dynamic scaling or automatic scaling, right? So when do we use this? When do we have to go for this option? Whenever we have unpredictable load. Okay, so that means your application is new, right? You don't know your users, right? When users will be more, when requests will be more, you don't know, you can't predict, right? So when do we have unpredictable load? Then we'll go with this. Remember, this is bit expensive than all of this, right? This is bit expensive. Then we'll go with dynamic. Okay, so what are the different dynamic scaling policy types? These are the important things, right? So what are the different scaling policy and why do we use it? First is target tracking. This is a simple, just now I have cleared it, right? So it will always be targeting for some, tracking they'll always be tracking for some target. Here we have given CPU utilization. So it will always be targeting for this 70%. ASG will always be. So if you give 70%, if CPU utilization goes more than 70, immediately it will scale out. If it goes below 70, if it's 50, then it will scale in. So modify current capacity based on target value. This is our target tracking. Clear? Now we have something called simple scaling. Okay. So what do you mean by simple scaling? Means, let's say you are giving one more level, you're going one more level down and you're giving more, making even more complex. So you are saying to your auto scaling, if CPU utilization is more than 80%, right? As soon as it goes more than 80, just increase plus 5. Only 5 instances, that's it, not more than that. Same way, if it's going even below 60%, not even 20 or 10, just below 60%, you're giving -3. You're just telling it's a bit complex process, but you're telling auto scaling to maintain exact EC2s. Okay, this is simple scaling. What do you mean by step scaling? Means this is one level more complex than simple scaling, right? So in the step scaling, we'll give exact value. That means if CPU utilization between 70 to 80%, right, increase 1. If CPU is between 80 to 100, increase 3. Same way, if it's a CPU utilization in between 50 to 60, remove -3, right? So these are the different scaling policies types. Okay, even though you guys couldn't explain this, but remember this scaling, dynamic scaling policies. This for sure they will ask in exam. Yes, Gaurav?
Sir, don't mind if I'm asking silly question. What does it mean +5 -3 +1 +3?
A +5 means +5 instances.
Means
Here
what?
it will create again 5 more instances.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what it is saying,
Means if they are scaling +5, that means scaling in is in action, I think.
I'll show you. So it will monitor your CPU utilization, right? So this is your 100%, and if CPU utilization goes like more than 80%, if here it's 80, right? As soon as it goes 80%, what auto scaling will do? It will be monitoring it, right? So as soon as it sees it is going uh, more than 80%, what it will do? Since you have given number here, you have given +5. So it will launch 5 EC2s based on the launch template.
Understood, understood.
Yeah.
And if this is less than the 70 and 60, then it will be just minimized by the AC2.
It will
Okay.
so if your CPU utilization is less than 60, it will be -3. So where you can give this 80, 60, 70, where you can give, I've shown you, right?
Okay.
While creating auto scaling, you guys can give, okay?
Okay, understood.
All right. So these are the main scaling policy types. If you are taking exam, this is a must question, guys. They will ask in auto scaling. Target tracking, simple scaling, step scaling. So what they will do, they will mix match, and they will ask so some username, some Rahul is it the job, he will log out at 6 o'clock, and morning he'll come at morning 10 a.m. So night he'll be having a workload. Okay, right? So what he has to do in order to maintain the workload, what he needs to do. So either you can go with step scaling or simple scaling. All right, these kind of questions they'll ask. Is it clear for others? What is dynamic scaling policy types and why do we have this?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here you can. So this is the target tracking. One is already there. Okay, if you want, you can go and create. So here you are seeing step scaling and simple scale. Okay. So it will use the CloudWatch and take the action, and you can add,
Sir,
right?
I need to know one thing. Could you
Hmm.
go back slide, previous slide? So, sir, here what is the difference between the step scaling and simple scaling? Could you go on the scaling? Yes, yes.
Huh.
So, what is the difference? Why this is greater than 80? Here is showing between the 70 to 80. It's understood by this one, but +3 is not understood by me, because greater than 80 is just simple with the step scaling. +3 here is the +5 if greater than the 80%.
This is just a number, Gaurav.
Ha,
This
ha,
is
ha.
not like mandatory, just a example number. That's it.
What is the main difference in the
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
scaling, step
So in
scaling?
simple scaling, see, you're saying here in simple scaling, it is not perfectly, like it is not perfect. Complete information is not given. See, if you go, we'll go one by one now. See, in the target tracking scaling, what you're saying, you're just saying you have to maintain your CPU at 70%. Okay. So here you are saying in the target, if it's your 70%, okay, you have to maintain up to 70%. Here, what it will do? So
It's using the track.
as soon as
Yeah.
the 70% comes, okay, ASG will launch. Okay, ASG will launch. So how much it will launch? So as soon as your 70% increases, it will launch maximum. So you know maximum count, right? What we have given max.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have given max 20, right? If you have given max 20, it will launch 20 EC2 instance, right? So wherein you might not require 20 instance at 80%. So you will go one layer down and you will give even more information to auto scaling. So if it's just greater, if it's only greater than 80%, just increase only 5.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So if it's increasing greater than 90, then give only increase one or two more, right? If it increasing more than 95, then you launch 20. Like that, you can give simple, right? So that what happens? So before in target tracking, as soon as the 70 happens, as soon as the CPU utilization touches 70, auto scaling will launch 20 EC2. Okay, just imagine about the costing. Okay,
Understood.
yeah, 20 EC2 instance at 70% level is not required. So if your CPU utilization, let's say it comes around 75, right? So at 75%, you don't require 20. You might require only 10 is enough. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's what you are telling here in simple scaling. If it's increasing only above 80, then add only numbers +5, +3, +2, +1. So if it's below 60, just give. So in the step scaling, you are going one level down, you are giving exact number. Okay, so you are giving in between. Okay, so here you're saying greater than 80, right? So if it's say greater than 80, so even if it's 95%, it will launch 20. Since it is greater than 80, it will launch 20. Now you're going one level down, you're telling auto scaling. If it's between 80 to 90, then only you launch. Or else simply don't launch 20. Only
Okay.
if it's between 80 to 90. So these are like a layers, one level on layer. This is a simple layer, so everyone will launch at the default target tracking. This one level complex, okay, you are giving ranges, and here you are giving exact number, exact value wherein auto scaling should launch. So that if you follow this, you can save a lot of cost on EC2, right?
Okay, understood. Understood.
Is it clear for others as well? Wakas, Leela,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Clear,
sir.
sir.
Mumtaz, Sumit?
Yes, all clear.
Yeah, okay. Sumit, are you there? Gajanan, is that clear for you?
Yeah, sir. My power is disconnected, and just now that came, so just now I enjoyed.
Yeah. All right. All right. So this is the very important topic, guys. Just to remember it. I have shown you in the lab also where you can configure it, right? Then if it's clear, okay, then we're gonna talk about some part on scaling. Yeah. Right. So we if we are talking about scaling, you guys know what is auto scaling, what auto scaling does. Okay. So in scaling, okay, this is the basic definition. So in scaling, we have two types, guys. Okay. So whenever we are talking about scaling, we should have a two types. One is vertical scaling and one is horizontal scaling. Okay. What is vertical scaling is very simple. Okay. So now you have your laptop running, right? You have your laptop. So in your laptop, you have 1 TB hard disk, right? 1 TB hard disk. You will remove this and you will replace with 10 TB. 10 TB hard disk example I'm saying. Okay. If you are doing this, these type of thing, we call it as vertical scaling. Okay, vertical scaling. So smaller thing, you are making it to bigger. So horizontal scaling. So horizontal scaling means, so what you will do, so when your requirement is 10 TB, okay, you previously have 1 TB and requirement is 10 TB, instead of buying the bigger one, what you will do, you will buy 1 TB of 10 pieces, right? We'll buy 1 TB of 10 pieces. This is what we call it as horizontal scaling. Now you guys tell me, auto scaling belongs to which scaling? Is it vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal,
It's
sir.
a horizontal.
Okay, now while launching EC2 instance, I'll go and remove my storage and I'll add another volume. To which scaling it belongs?
Vertical.
Yeah, that's it. Very simple, right?
Sir, one thing more. If I have like a 10 TB storage and I need to reduce for the like in the future. So what is the scaling type?
Or is if you have 10 TB,
And I need to reduce with the 5 in the future.
that is horizontal only. You are removing only this particular. You are removing this. Still,
So
you have
it's like a horizontal, I am saying.
horizontal. So
Okay.
if you have 10 TB or okay, if you have 10 TB of a hard disk and if you are replacing with 2 TB, only one thing,
Mm-hmm.
then this we call it as vertical scaling.
Okay, and in this, okay, it means if there is a 10 TB I have in the vertical scaling and I'm reduced to 2 TB, then it goes to vertical scaling.
No, no, no. So I'll tell you. Here you have 10 TBs, right? Just a sec.
Okay, in the vertical scaling. Okay.
Mouse is not. So here you have, let's say you will be having 10 TB, right? So if you like group, like if you remove at least 3 to 4 from 10 TB to 2 TB, then it will call it as horizontal. Now you have 10 TB, right? So only this you are reducing it to 2 TB, only one.
Okay.
So this we call it as vertical,
Okay, understood.
right?
Understood.
Yeah. So here I'll show you, you have explanation, you will understand. Okay. So vertical scaling is deploying application or database to bigger instance. Let's say a hard drive, larger hard drive, a faster CPU, more RAM. Okay. So this is vertical scaling example. Okay. But there are limitation to this vertical scaling. Okay. So what could be the limitation here? The pricing, right? So if you want a larger EC2 instance, right? So what could be the pricing? It is huge. And compared to smaller EC2, the larger HPC, your GPU, it is costlier, right? This is a limitation you might get in vertical scaling. See, increasing EC2 instance sizes. Wherein horizontal scaling will deploy multiple instances of application or databases, right? So horizontal scaling is always preferred to vertical scaling. So vertical scaling has limits. Vertical scaling can be expensive, right? Horizontal scaling increase more availability. So if any two of them or three of them goes down also, still you have 6. That is why we have auto scaling concept, right? So instead of selecting higher EC2 instance, what we'll do, we'll deploy small EC2 instance using auto scaling. So that even if 1 or 2 instance goes down also, we'll get again 2 more. Okay. So what is the limitation here? So it needs additional infrastructure. That's a small infrastructure you need for the horizontal scaling. Okay. So best example for horizontal scaling is your auto scaling. Is it clear? So this is just a like a basic. I want to tell different types of scaling. Okay, this
Sir,
is
what
same.
is route 53 in this, in the horizontal scaling?
No, Route 53 is another service. You will get it later.
Okay, okay.
This is a content delivery network. This is completely another service.
Understood. Okay.
All right, guys. Any doubt here?
No, all good.
So for everyone, it is clear, right? So now you guys know it. Now I'm gonna give you the proper assignment. I want everyone to try this, or to not to try. You guys have to do it. Okay. So first thing is, if you guys have phone, just to take a screenshot or keep it ready. Okay. I'll tell you. Now you guys know what is EC2. You guys know all its features, right? Launch types, launch template, different EC2 instance type, how to stop and how to run, elastic IPs, public IP, key pair, security group. You guys know in and out of EC2. You guys know networking as well. Or a network card, virtual network card in EC2, right? You guys know everything about EC2. And then you guys learned about load balancer, right? And then you guys learned about auto scaling as well. Okay. Right. Now what I'll do, what is the assignment is, I want you guys to launch first launch like 2 EC2 instance, okay, 2 EC2 instance with Amazon Linux only, okay. Don't go with Ubuntu, try with Amazon Linux, right? So try with Amazon Linux, okay. And then after that in user data, right? I have explained that. Don't ask me where it is, how it is. I have explained. If you guys don't know, please watch my videos. So in user data, give data script, user data script, okay, of your Nginx server, your server basic, only 3 to 4 line is there. Okay, search in Google, you will get it. Give that basic script, right? And then run your launch your EC2 instance. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to launch 2 EC2 instance using Amazon Linux. In user data, you have to give Nginx server. So as soon as I click your public IP, right? So I should able to see your web page. So your web page will show either it works or hello world. It will show something like that. Okay. I want you guys to do this and then create load balancer. So this should be internet facing, right? Create load balancer and create a target group, right? And then attach these both two instances to your instances to your load balancer. Okay. So whenever I call your load balancer, right? When you guys create, I will use your load balancers, this thing, ARN is there or DNS name is there. So whenever I use your load balancer, I should see this page, your hello world page. Okay. So create load balancer, create target group, add this EC2 instance to your load balancer, and then, okay, you create auto scaling. And here you have option, right, to select load balancer, right? Go and attach load balancer. That's it. Just attach load balancer. Okay, here you don't have to do anything. Create auto scaling. So in one step, it will ask whether do you have any load balancer. You have to attach to it. So this architecture I need to see tomorrow when you guys are sharing screen. If you guys are able to do it, then definitely I'm telling you, you guys can do any work. Okay, any work at a specific task in AWS related to EC2 load balancer. Okay, this is a small architecture. Is it clear? Can you do it?
Yep.
It's very easy. Okay, you
Sure,
will get it.
we can do it, sir.
This data script, you will get it in Google, anywhere you will get. Just type, give me basic simple user data script to run servers in EC2. Just type that, you will get it. Paste that in user data.
Okay.
Okay, so I will cross check it. So when I click on your load balancer, I should get this page. So if you guys are facing error, that is good. I want you guys to face error. We will troubleshoot. Okay, so then you guys will learn in real time as well. All right, please take
Understood.
a screenshot of it. Don't tell me that I did not understand the question and all. If you guys did not understand, ask me again. Others. Leela, Gaurav.
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yeah, Sivraman, you can do it, right? Muntaz.
Yes, sir, we can do it.
Okay. All right, guys. Then tomorrow, after seeing your session, we'll start a new session. That is a VPC. Okay. Trust me, it is one of the interesting topic. You guys will have fun here in this VPC section. Okay. This is again even more interesting than this.
Sir, this is virtual private cloud. I am correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk more about VPC. Right? It is quite interesting. My favorite topic is VPC.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Sure,
We'll
sir.
see you tomorrow then.
Sure, sir.
All right.
Sure,
Thank you,
sure.
sir.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you,
Bye.
sir.
Bye.
Have a
Bye,
good
guys.
day.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a
You
good day.
too. Yeah, you too. Bye bye.
Thank you.